start off by saying that by being an elective teacher, I'm not fond of the Common Core standards. Common Core standards are requiring so much content to be covered for math and English that it's now starting to leak into my computer standards and my classes for 9 through 12. A couple years ago, the Ulysses High School handed out the Common Core standards to all of the teachers, and of course, the English and math got, a little binder with all of their standards. But of course, as an elective class, I got a 2.5-inch binder full of standards for both subjects. Then the administrators expected both of us to expected us as elective teachers to begin integrating more writing into our classes as well as math if possible. It wasn't hard for me. It wasn't hard to figure out where to integrate writing into my classes because I'd already been doing technical writing with my students, as far as having them write out step by step exactly what I expected for them, or step by step on how to do a process. So that wasn't hard. But it was more difficult for me to worry about how to grade the writing because I was never very strong in English. I have no intentions of ever becoming an administrator, but I think that as a tech coach, I'd like to help teachers find some kind of technology that would help integrate technology as well as the Common Core standards. I know there's a lot of iPad apps out there as well as computer simulation / games, online and offline, that could help teachers do both, where the kids can play the game or they'll have to write something to be able to get it to be able to get to move on in the game or simulation. I think I think this is kind of the perfect place to put into where I think schools really need to go back to the basics of reading, meaning how to sound out words, the phonics of words, the correct way to read, maybe even how to get the reading on level, and of course writing, how to format papers, letters, emails, the punctuation, word choice, things like that, as well as your basic math and how to do it without a calculator. Common Core standards were supposed to be the way to make it look like it was the old official, the way it used to be, but I've yet to see how that has been for example, when I was in school, which wasn't that long ago. But I've talked to several people that are in the workforce as far as they're hiring people coming out of high school or even a bachelor's degree, and they say that it's just sad. Recent graduates are trying that are becoming the future of our country can't even format a proper sentence, let alone an email or a business letter to be able to get a job or even communicate in the workforce. They can't do basic math without a calculator. They have to have that calculator right there. Now, I know that I use a calculator all the time too, but I can still do, 2 plus 2 is 4 in my head. I'm not sure that Common Core has to, if Common Core or No Child Left Behind has to say, or is the reason why we are producing students that can't think, can't actually perform well in the business force. But I can honestly say that as a high school teacher, I sometimes fear for the future of our country because the future of our country is in our education system, and our education system is not the most useful at this particular time. As a country, Common Core, No Child Left Behind, neither one have been very beneficial to the education system, but Common Core hasn't been around as long, so maybe it is yet to come and we have yet to see it.